If you're visiting Kuala Lumpur soon, make sure to watch this video because we're going to be sharing everything that we wish we knew ahead of visiting this place and everything that you should keep in mind before your trip. Okay everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to our channel. We are TJ and B traveling, and we spent over a month in Malaysia, and in this video we have the most important information that we think you should know before going to Kuala Lumpur. Let's dive in.
Check our country's visa requirements. Most of the countries will not need a visa. I'm from Brazil and he's from England, so our countries can stay up to 90 days. And I know the Americans can do too. A lot of countries will vary between 30 and 90 days, but some will need a visa. It's always changing, so it's good to check ahead of time so you don't have any problem when you get to the country.
Yeah, and you can check using a link that you're going to put in the description below to make sure that you are okay before visiting, especially if you're planning on staying for a longer trip like we did.
In Kuala Lumpur, most people are going to speak in English. I think we didn't have any struggle with that. It's like everybody, it's very easy to communicate. I don't think you're going to have any problem in relation to the language.
Although it's always good wherever you go to learn just things like hello and thank you, etc. just because that always gets appreciated.
And if you can, always have Google Translate or you, if you are in any kind of situation that you can't speak with anyone, just Google Translator, yeah, and you're done.
Okay, for mobile phones, data and connectivity, staying connected and being able to get your data whilst traveling is obviously going to be key. It can help you navigate certain situations. And for us, we always, and Malaysia was no different, we always use Airalo, which is an application that allows you to download eSIMs from all over the world to your phone. We've been using it for well over a year now and are very happy with the service and the whole way it works. You can download the app using the link we'll put in the description below, and you will also save yourself $3 for your first eSIM that you download. It allows you to get access to the data even before you arrive in any country, but in any country that you go to. So you don't need to worry about having the internet wherever you go. It's really simple, really easy, and again, we love it and would thoroughly recommend.
In Malaysia, like everywhere else, you're going to be able to use a credit card, but it's always wise to carry some cash with you, especially when going to very local places or night markets and etc. Also, it's pretty easy to take cash out at any ATM.
You can get the best rates if you transfer money onto a Wise card, and then you can transfer it across. We always advocate using Wise, especially our digital nomad lifestyle. But if you travel abroad a lot and want to take local currency cash wherever you go, the best way to do that and to transfer money using bank details in local banks, using Wise is a great way to do that. And that's another thing that we'll put in the description below. It really is an amazing service, and you can transfer up to $500 without any fees at all into different currencies. Really would advocate it.
In Malaysia, the weather is very hot and humid, so it's wiser for you to bring just like summer clothes, really. What I also recommend you to do is everywhere you're gonna go that you're gonna be inside, bring you just like a little jacket or something, because I personally feel cold everywhere I go. When I'm in the street and walking in outdoors, it's very hot and humid, but as soon as I get inside the malls or restaurants when the AC are very strong, I feel cold very, very quick.
Also, they have two seasons in Malaysia. One is hot and then the other is hot and wet. So just be prepared for lots of rain. I don't know, it rains so harsh that maybe you don't even want to go outside, but if you do want to venture, umbrellas can be easily purchased when you arrive, or if you want to just go out with rain jackets, etc., just bear that if you're in the rainy season, it will rain, obviously. As far as the transport in Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia goes, it is very reliable, easy, and 100% good value compared to what we see in Europe, especially. You can use the trains, you can use the buses, monorails, and they will take you everywhere. You can get around a lot of Kuala Lumpur with very minimal walking, and it is also very reliable. The other thing that you can also do is use Grab, which is like Southeast Asia's Uber, and that will be able to give you rides anywhere from $1 for a decent length journey, all the way up to like $10, $20 if you're going all the way across to the other side of the city. We really recommend that you download Grab ahead of time just to see what the app is, or just to make sure that you've got it on your phone, so that when you're in Malaysia or anywhere else in Southeast Asia, you're able to access very cheap rides and be able to get anywhere you need to go, and even get food delivered or anything delivered to you. Grab is pretty much the app for that in Southeast Asia.
Travel insurance is very important when traveling, not just if you get sick, but if your bags are lost or any misfortune happens, you're gonna be covered and prepared. So for our travel insurance, we use SafetyWing. We've been using already for over a year, and we've
used it at least 3 or 4 times in different countries, and every time it has been very easy to use.
With SafetyWing, we are insured for everything really. Travel medical, emergency medical evacuation, sports and activities, driving accidents, lost checked bags, travel delay, trip interruption, emergency dental.
And now they have a $0 deductible service, which allows you to not worry about spending even more. You just have to get it covered and you'll get reimbursed for every single cent that you spend on any of these situations. And the process to do so is really hassle-free.
If you want to check more about SafetyWing, I'm gonna put the link in the description below, so and then you can check it out, all of coverage, and get insured as well.
Malaysia, and particularly in Kuala Lumpur once again, it is a mega diverse, multi-ethnic and multicultural place with not only Malays, but you'll also get Chinese Malays, you'll also get Indian Malays, you'll also get Chinese and Indians, you'll also got other native tribes, and then you've got lots of immigrants coming in from all over the world to explore this amazing place. Therefore, it is definitely worth your while just to make sure that you are being respectful to avoid causing any harm or offense to people. Even if it is unintentional, you've got to remember that you're in another country and you want to respect their cultures.
You will meet many amazing people in Malaysia, but the cultural difference may be surprising.
That's no different to anywhere you go traveling. We remember in Albania where people would stare at you very angrily for no reason, even though they're actually quite happy to meet you. It's just something that you've got to experience and not expect other people in their countries to bow down to your traditions and your norms. Just embrace being abroad, and everyone, it was very nice, very receptive, all manner of backgrounds, cultures and upbringings. So definitely not something that you have to be scared about, just something that you have to pay attention to. The multicultural essence of Malaysia is directly reflected in its amazing cuisine.
It's a food heaven. We will find so much delicious and different kind of options, from the most local place to fancy-ish restaurants. Malaysia offers it all.
We loved it. They also serve amazing amounts of vegan, and we were really in heaven there. We had lots of great food whilst we were there. The food is also pretty cheap, especially if you go to the right places, like the local places, the local markets. You're going to get really good value for some amazing food. Shout out to the curries as well. If you like curries, Malaysia is going to be a place that you'll really enjoy your food.
Malaysia is a mall heaven. If you like shopping, you will go crazy here because they have countless malls, and we loved it really because it's so convenient.
And there's also loads of different types. So you've got the luxury malls, you've got the cheaper malls where you're going to get your bargains. You've even got malls where you can go on roller coasters. So if you want to see some of the cool malls, especially around Kuala Lumpur, there is a video attached in the I thing above to see us checking out a few of the malls, and then even in the comments of that video you'll get more recommendations of even more malls, because there are just loads of malls. Remember B's advice though, if you do get cold in there, remember to bring a jumper. Something that we didn't anticipate were the taxes that were in place for the hotels, Airbnbs, for tourism. So on top of what you're paying for accommodation, there is going to be an extra charge for tourism tax. So just be aware that when you're looking at your accommodation rates, there will be a tourism tax that's almost universally not included in that price, that you will have to be tacked on at the end. For example, when I was looking for places, I saw one price, and then when I went to pay it, another $200 was added on the end. That's just the way things are. And maybe there are going to be situations where you can even reserve hotel rooms and stuff, and it will just be in the small print that you might have to pay it after. So it's definitely something that you want to be aware of, that you don't get stung by. Accommodation in Malaysia in general is very affordable and really good value, but this is something that can creep up on you if you don't put it in your budget.
The charges in Malaysia are the same as the UK ones. So if you're an American or other country, that the charge is going to be different. You have to be aware of that, and we recommend you to bring your international charge like this one here.
Yeah,
this charge is very good, especially if you're traveling around Southeast Asia countries, because each country is going to be different. We didn't know that was like the UK one, so we have this one. It's very easy, but I heard people that have been to Malaysia, and then they have to go like run out to the mall to buy these universal kind of chargers because they couldn't charge their phones and etc. So just be aware to bring one of those.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you've got all sorts of plugs ready to go, and this guy does it all.
We bought this one on Amazon, so we're gonna put a link in the description below so you can get yours too.
We believe Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia in general to be a very safe place to be. It's very easy to say when you're a big, tall, white person, yes, but
I used to run 3 times a week, super early in the morning when the sun wasn't even out yet, and I always felt safe and comfortable.
even when we were separate, well, we wouldn't run together, so I wasn't protecting you. We would be very separate,
Yeah.
and that was okay.
Malaysians are adorable people, and from our own experience, it always seems to be pretty safe.
Yeah, we went everywhere. At no point did we ever feel like this would be a little bit dodgy or we're even a little bit remotely unsafe. Yes, of course, in any city, probably in any country, there are going to be places that you shouldn't go, but just be semi-vigilant and you're going to be fine. As B said, everyone that we came across in Malaysia were really nice. So safety doesn't really have to be right at the top of your list for your concerns when it comes to staying in Malaysia. And that's a wrap for the things that you need to consider before going to Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia. If you're staying for a short time, or if you're staying for a longer digital nomad sort of living situation, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. That really does help the channel grow, and also we love to engage in conversations with everyone in the comments. If you are a Malaysian that wants to give any more pieces of advice that we may have missed out on, let us know also in the comments below, and we'll hit the thumbs up so they go all the way to the top. Also, hit thumbs up on the video, it really does help the channel out. And if you want to follow us along on our digital nomad journey, don't forget to hit subscribe and do so. I think that's it.
Thank you so much for watching it, and I think we'll see you in the next one.